for the talkSPORT darts final, and it's between Jermaine The Saint Pennant and defending champion Dean the Storyteller Saunders. Let's hand over now for the very last time to talkSPORT's Ollie Klink and a very, very, very special guest to introduce the finalists.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the millions watching around the world, are you ready for the grand final of the talkSPORT World Darts Championship? We are ready to go, but it wouldn't be the big one without a special man to introduce it. So, please welcome your host for the grand final. It's Ali, the MC, McCoy!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Moortown Bell! Thank you very, very much. First, I'd like to pay a very, very big thank you to my able-bodied substitute this evening, Ollie Klink. Now, come on, well done to Ollie. Fantastic effort. Before we get any further, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say to you, what a tournament I'm having. O'Hara, out. Goldstein, out. Bent, out. Cundy, out. Alex Crook, not invited. Marvellous. What an afternoon we're having here at the Moortown Bell. Now, first up, who wrote this? Right, who wrote this? First up, he gave Jason Cundy one hell of a beating. He took the champ to the cleaners. He is the defending champion. It's Dean, the Storyteller Saunders! Dino! Marvellous, Dino. And the man that is playing Dean, the storyteller even, Saunders. We all thought he was here to make up the numbers. We thought he had no chance, but he blew away the Gale Force Goldstein. He got past the plucky underdog Natalie Sawyer. He's on a highway to heaven. He is Jermaine The Saint Pennant!
So, we are almost ready to go. Ian Danter here in the commentary box, waiting for the final between Dean Saunders and Jermaine Pennant, who are going to throw some practice darts under the watchful gaze of Kurt Bevins. McCoy's still babbling away about nothing and everything in particular. Great to see the big man here, but it is all about whether Dean Saunders can retain the talkSPORT World Championship up against a new challenger. Because in last year's final, you might remember, if you were with us, it was Darren Bent who was eventually seen off by the Storyteller, but it is Jermaine Pennant who got through both rounds. He beat Gale Force Goldstein in the quarters, and then Natalie Sawyer in a tense semi-final. Jermaine. Dean Saunders made light work of Jason Cundy in the quarters, and then got through against his former player when he was coach at Wolves, Jamie O'Hara, in the semi-finals. They're just done with their practice darts. So it is 5:01, it's a one-leg shootout, 5:01 to win, and you have to finish on a double. And Dean Saunders, who has the honour, starts with 22. Not the start he would have wanted. So Jermaine Pennant, who is still looking, as he has been all afternoon, down at the bottom of the board to do his scoring. 38 scored. Kirk Bevitt, you can hear, giving out the scores. Our official PDC referee. He'll be off to Ali Pali, like the rest of us, for the World Championship next week. Regular coverage of the World Championships proper at Ali Pali, right here on the talkSPORT network, through to the final on January the 3rd. But this is the final that matters right now. Dean Saunders and Jermaine Pennant, who both still yet to break 400. But 65 from Dean Saunders means he will break 400 with that visit. There was a treble 20 in there. Pennant still staying downstairs, looking for the treble 19. Not quite finding it. 2 singles and a single 7 next door. Back to Saunders on 3-7-6. Leslie's another treble 20, I think I spotted in there. 87 scored. Again, you heard Kirk Bevins calling it. He's marking it down as well. He's multitasking, his Kirk Bevins. You can tell he's a countdown champion, because not only is he scoring and reading it out, but he's doing the calculations on a whiteboard right next to him. Genius. Jermaine Pennant down on 342. Saunders 289 in this race from 501. Low score in there from Saunders. Gives Pennant a chance. He's on 264, Dino. Pennant staying on the 19s, but only scores 23 with that visit. So it's tight and it's tense in this talkSPORT World Darts Championship final for 2024. Just 60 scored from Dean. Great grouping. It was so nearly a ton. We haven't had a ton plus score so far this afternoon. It doesn't look likely at this point. That's as close as we were going to come. Just 24 scored from Jermaine Pennant. Not keeping pace with Dean Saunders, who's nearly 100 points ahead, but 2 single 1s and a treble 5 won't help Dean Saunders' cause, but he has broken 200. Pennant back on 295. Aiming at the bullseye, I think, but leaning left, misses treble 19 just. So Dean Saunders has a healthy advantage. He will be down to a notional finish well before his opponent to try and hang on to his title. He hasn't brought his own darts. He left his practice darts, the ones he's owned, at home this morning by mistake, Dean Saunders. So he borrowed some off some good friends of ours who sponsor us on talkSPORT, but they're not letting him down. 136 less this visit, scoring 28, which means he's close to breaking 100. Jermaine Pennant is back on 219 and has got work to do. Double 19 hit, but then single 1 just misses a treble 20. 108 for Dean Saunders. I mean, he could get this. Hits treble 20. 48 required. 16 for double 16 or 8 for double top. I'm sure Kirk Bevins will be advising Dean Saunders. He's hit 8. Double top to win the match. Oh, he's missed. He's hit a single 5, so he'll be back for 35. 160 for Jermaine. It won't go as he hits single 18 and single 20. 39 scored, but so from 35, where's Dean going to go? 3 for double 16. He's looking towards the bottom of the board, but he's hit 17. So he's got himself down to double 9. Just on the outside of the wire, and a little closer but not quite, so he'll be back maybe for double 9. Dean Saunders. Pennant 1-2-1, gets the 1 of that 1-2-1 and then another 1 down to 99. So Dean Saunders now has 3 darts at double 9 to retain his title. Inch side of the wire, then hits a 12. He's left himself with 6. Does he bust the score, or does he go for double 3 at the bottom of the board? He's busted it by hitting single 19. So Jermaine Pennant from 99 hits a single 1. 80 left. 64 left with a single 60. Decent score, 51, but Dean's back in for double 9 for the title. Again, just wide. Gets it! Double 9! Dean Saunders retains the talkSPORT World Darts Championship title by pinning double 9 against Jermaine Pennant. We won't hear the end of this. Dean Saunders is a 2-time talkSPORT World Dart Champion. He saw off Darren Bent last year sees off Jermaine Pennant this year. He holds aloft the trophy, and Dean Saunders has retained the talkSPORT World Dart Championship. Andy Goldstein.
Thanks, sir.
What are you saying that for?
Look how small it is.
Are we live on? Are we live on?
No.
Congratulations, Dino. Fantastic. He won it. Yeah, I think he done well. He won it.
Well, congratulations to Dean Saunders, as Benny quite rightly just said. You're seeing live pictures if you're watching on YouTube. Although they've cut to me, I'd rather see, there you go, I'd rather see Dean Saunders being picked up by Shabana Hearn. I'm not quite sure how that worked.
Honestly, he was a favourite. I told you when you asked me about the questions about who was the guy to look out for. I think in the end there you saw Dean's class. Didn't take him long to hit that double nine. But I'm telling you now, next year, it's mine.
Right, it's not about you, Benty, all right? Listen, let's talk about the runner-up, Jermaine Pennant, because you were him last year. You got beat in the final.
Yeah.
He didn't really have a chance, did he, in this one?
I almost felt like, and Condy said it when he came on, he's like, no, I fancy Jermaine because Dean's not playing that well. But I just felt every game that Dean played, he just slowly went through the gears, did enough, and then when it came to crunch time, bang, bang, finished.
We're going to have a quick break. When we come back, we'll be hearing from the newly crowned and still talkSPORT Darts World Champion, Dean Saunders will be here. We'll have a chat with Jermaine Pennant. And, of course, the wonderful Ali McCoy. You saw Ali earlier on introducing the players onto the hockey. Ali McCoy will also be joining us as well to round up a brilliant first hour of drive time. Make sure you stay with us. We'll be back right after this, live on Drive on talkSPORT.
talkSPORT traffic.
In Wiltshire, the M4 westbound is partly blocked by a broken down lorry just by the exit to Swindon East at junction 15. In the West Midlands, the M5 northbound is partly blocked by a broken down lorry just by the turn off for the M6 with queues back to Oldbury at junction 2. And in Surrey, delays on the anti-clockwise M25 after a breakdown. It's just after junction 7 for the M23 with queues back to Reigate at junction 8. I'm Adam Moore.
Thursday night, the Europa League live on talkSPORT. Rangers versus Spurs.
It is in! Build up and pep talk from 7, kick off 8 p.m. sharpish.
Thursday night on talkSPORT. It's the Baubles! Ho, ho, ho!
Welcome back. You're listening to Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, down Bent alongside our Motorpoint Scott Hattrick on a nearly new car with a warranty, same-day drive-away and a saving of thousands of pounds still to come. Of course, we're building up to another huge night of Champions League action on the talkSPORT network. But now, though, let's catch up with your finalist and runner-up, Jermaine Pennant, and your winner for the second year running, Dean Saunders, thanks to our friends at QuickFit.
The talkSPORT Darts Trophy with QuickFit. Drive away happy every time.
Let's welcome them to Team Drive. Let's start off with newly crowned and still, Dean Saunders.
I'd like to thank my team, my fitness coach. I'd like to thank all the people around me. I've eased off the weights in the last week, so my arm was right.
That's nice.
And I couldn't have done it without all my team.
Listen, congratulations to you and your team. What's it like? How difficult was it second time round?
Well, I started off really bad against Cundy. Good job, Cundy was horrendous. Otherwise, he would have beat me.
Yeah.
You know, we had 9 darts at number 3 and missed.
Number 3. You don't even sound like a darts
Not
player,
even double 3.
Yeah.
Not even double 3. So I was thinking today in the final, you've got to hit a double to win, haven't you? And I thought we could be there all day.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I didn't feel that, Dina. I think with you in the final, I thought, because you play darts a fair bit, you have done. I just felt with a double in the final, if it got to that stage, I couldn't see you going on that long without hitting one.
Well, I have been playing a lot of darts, but I had 15 years off as a breather, and then I've just come back in the last couple of years. So,
Jermaine, how are you? Because you know exactly what it's like to lose in a final. You've been there before.
Cheers, mate, but I beat you. That's the most important thing, right?
I'm not. Do you know,
my final was beating you, mate.
Do you know what?
That was my final, beating you.
He is the people's champion because the people wanted him to take you out.
And it happened.
The people, do you know, so many people turned up just to see me today. To
see you lose.
To see me. Listen, when you got to the final, were you thinking, you never know, I've got a chance here. He's not played well today, Dean Saunders.
No, exactly that. You know, it's like coming up against Man City when you come against Dean, because, like I said, he is the best darts player here. But, I thought I had a chance, and I was stuck to my game plan. It's like go down to 19 and around that way.
Okay.
But he was getting them treble 20s, and that's what made the big difference. Once you got a few of them, you kind of got that gap.
It's been a wonderful afternoon. I'm really honoured to be part of it. For you, Dino, what's been the biggest moment of the afternoon?
Without doubt, the headlines tomorrow, because I'm on breakfast in the morning, and
I know what's coming.
I'm going to sleep on this victory. But tomorrow morning when I wake up, Natalie Sawyer beating Darren Bent is the highlight of my year.
Would you say it's one of the greatest sporting upsets of all time?
I would say Natalie, I don't think she's picked a dart up.
She hasn't.
Ever.
No, she has.
And she beat Bendy.
No, she has.
That's brilliant.
When she came in and picked the dart up, she actually turned to me, which end do I throw? She was holding the spike. She went, that's a bit dangerous, isn't it? And I was like, no.
One of the saddest things I've ever seen in my career was Bentley putting his darts back in his pouch.
That's the thing. He's got his own.
Where's the pouch? Where's the pouch? Have you got it?
He's got his own set.
Yeah, he's got his...
Listen, it happens, right? It happens. It happens.
You've got to bounce back.
You've got to bounce back.
And you've proved in the past you can bounce back.
You have to. But listen, fair play to Natalie Shaw. I thought she played really well.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I thought she was outstanding.
Jermaine, I wanted you to win it because then at least I could say, well, you know, the winner beat
by
me.
the champion.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to win it. I wanted to win it as well, Andy, mate. I came up against the juggernaut.
Do you know what's bizarre? I don't know about you, but when I'm out there, right, when I'm sitting watching you and there's a lot of abuse and comedy, you know, throwaway lines.
There was no abuse over here.
I was throwing loads at you three, by the way. But you don't hear it when you're on the hockey, do you?
No.
You're quite focused. It's all like a blurry noise.
But that's what it's like when you're on the football pitch. The amount of fans and the amount of abuse you do get, you actually don't hear it. You just focused on what your job is at hand.
Tell you what you can hear. You're getting sacked in the morning. You can hear that.
None of us hear that, by the way, right? A quick word about the trophy.
Yeah.
If you can call it a trophy, it's beyond pathetic, isn't it?
I got a runners-up one, but
do you know
it's very plastic.
Andy,
if you'd have won it, Dino, sorry to interrupt you. If you'd have won it, that would have been the best trophy ever.
No. It's the thought that counts.
I don't think there's no thought in that, Dean. Look at it.
No, the thought that counts. It's the
even want
title. You know, nobody remember
I think the runners-up one's better.
I agree with you.
I'm happy. I'm saying this when I go home. I'm going to tell everyone this is the winner.
Switch the
This is the winner's trophy.
Like
I know, but I'm going to pull that off.
Hold on, sorry. Does that not even fit it? It's a straight plaque on a circular.
I'm just going to pull it off and say this is the
Can you just show that if people are watching on YouTube? Can you just show the side of that? Turn it to the side now. Look at that. It doesn't even fit.
Someone's just like that.
If you're watching on YouTube, you would have seen that. That's appalling. Listen, boys, commiserations to you.
Thank you.
Jermaine, well done for getting to the final.
Yeah, that's a win. That's a win.
Dean Saunders.
You is a win.
Shut your face. It's not about me, all right? But it is about you. I'm told that next year,
you're banned.
If you win it, you get to keep that rubbish in front of you. It's up to you. I mean, you can give it away at a charity shop if you want.
Do you know what? I'm just happy to be here. And the banter and the competition, actually, when you stop playing football, you lose that competition, don't you? So today, there's a bit of like, you get up on the hockey and you think, I can't lose. Obviously, you struggled today.
Wow.
And
that's like
you had an absolute disaster.
Well, you know, listen, all I will say is I've tasted victory in a talkSPORT competition, the football, which is next.
Team game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's there.
So
now we're coming to my element.
You cheated in that.
No, we didn't. We won the first one, we lost the second one.
Boys, all I'll say is when talkSPORT pull their finger out and decide to put on a 9-ball pool event, then we'll see who the greatest is.
I've seen you get beat already.
Andy, nobody likes a bad loser, Andy.
I know.
We start making
you show me a good
games
loser. I'll show you a loser. And look, there's 3 next year, Dino, all right? There's 3 next year. Jermaine, commiserations to you. Are you staying here? You're going to have some fun tonight?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm going to celebrate me coming to the second
Good.
place.
Okay, that's nice.
Well done.
Dean, what are you doing now? You're on breakfast. What time you got to be up?
I've got to be up at 5 o'clock, but I'm going to watch Liverpool against Girona tonight. That's, I think, 7:45 kickoff. I'll watch that and I'll be up in the morning. Alan Brazil might turn up. He might not turn up. Okay. We'll see in the morning because I'm on the bench.
Just to let you know, it's 6:45, not 8:15.
6:45?
Yeah.
Well, forget that game. I've missed that one. I may as well stay here.
Good work. That was all thanks to our friends at QuickFit.
The talkSPORT Darts Trophy with QuickFit. Drive away happy every time.
Now, away from the darts, there is, we just alluded to, a small matter of Champions League football across the talkSPORT network. We can actually get the team news now from Adam Bridge, who is watching Girona taking on Liverpool. Adam, good evening to you.
Good evening, Andy. Yeah, the big news, Alisson is back for Liverpool for the first time since October the 5th. He missed 11 matches, but he returns to the starting 11 tonight. That's one of 4 changes from the draw at Liverpool and 4 from the win over Real Madrid on the last match day. McAllister's suspended, Trent returns, and Szoboszlai starts. So Alisson's in goal. It's Alexander-Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk and Robertson across the back. Jones, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai in midfield, with Salah, Nunez and Diaz up top for Liverpool. Girona make 3 changes from their match day 5 loss to Sturm Graz. Donny van der Beek starts along with former Spurs and Everton loanee Dan Juma, Daley Blind, Paolo Gazzaniga and Brian Healer amongst the other familiar names lining up for Girona this evening. We're underway at 5:45 over on talkSPORT 2 and Troy Deeney will be alongside me.
He will indeed. Thank you for that, Adam. We'll be talking about Liverpool and their number 1 goalkeeper in the next hour, so stick around for that. You could also hear that one, as I mentioned, live over on talkSPORT 2 from 5:45. And Celtic, they're also in Champions League action. They take on Dynamo Zagreb. No one really knows. Maybe David Tanner does, because he's got all the team news for us now. Hi, David.
Haven't a clue, but I'll make it up as I go along, as usual. If Celtic can win in Zagreb tonight, they'll almost certainly qualify for the playoffs for the last 16 of this new look Champions League. There's just one problem. They haven't won away from Glasgow in the Champions League since way back in 2017. Brendan Rodgers makes 4 changes to the team that overran Hibs at the weekend. Record signing Arne Engels is dropped. He's replaced by Paulo Bernardo. Also in midfield, Rio Hatate returns at the expense of Luke McCowan. Centre-back Cameron Carter-Vickers was rested. He's back. Liam Scales makes way. And the 4th change is up top, where Kyogo replaces Adam Ida. It's Dinamo Zagreb against Celtic. Kickoff at 5:45.
Yeah, I knew it was Dino. We're going to have a quick break. When we come back, we'll be looking ahead to all that football and so much more. And fingers crossed, Ali McCoy will also be joining us. Make sure you stay with us. This is Drive on talkSPORT.